What's up, guys? Welcome to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess, and today's video is a week 72 update of my keto transformation. I am live from my camp at the lake, and so the background's a little different. You probably hear some birds chirping in the background since we're in the middle of the woods. And so anyways, quick shout out to a Pocket of Joy boutique. How cute is this outfit? So I'll post the links and stuff down below, and I'll make a whole nother video on non-scale victories like this. I have not been a size medium or I'm in between a 10 or 11 in pants since high school, and that was like early high school. So that feels really good. So anyways, I'll do a whole nother post on a clothing haul, or a whole nother video on a clothing haul. So before we get started, a couple of things. I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. No medical advice will be given on my channel. You do you. You do your own research and you be your own healthcare advocate. My channel is based off of my experience losing 125 pounds with a ketogenic lifestyle, intermittent fasting, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So talk with your own doctor, and that's that. So the next thing is I have 2 promos for you. It's the end of the month, and I have 2 promos from my 2 favorite companies that I like to be affiliated with. Perfect Keto and Equip are both sister companies, so I have new promos for you. The Equip promo is a collagen promo. I know a lot of people have been saying the unflavored perfect keto collagen has been out of stock. What's the difference between the two? The Equip collagen does not have the MCT oil. So if you are not a fan, or maybe don't want the MCT oil, I would recommend the Equip version versus the Perfect Keto. They are both top notch. The only 2 that I recommend on this channel, and those are the ones that I use. So if you want to hop in on the Equip promo, 20% off of collagen today through July 3rd, and use the link down below. And then the next one is the Perfect Keto promo. It's the same promo that was going on since last week. Buy 5 items, get 35% off, and use the link down below. I recommend their protein bars, their nut butters, the collagen, the whey protein. A lot of the recipes you've seen on my Keto Rewind Clean 30 challenge has used these ingredients so that you would have more than just a protein shake or more than just a protein bar. I try to give you lots of other reasons to use these ingredients, so you're not just like doing one thing with them. I like to use a product a bunch of different ways. So anyways, enough of that. So today's video's topic for week 71 of my keto transformation journey is called Whatever It Takes. I'm gonna post a picture of my shirt. I had a couple of these shirts made up. And another way to support my channel would be to order up those Whatever It Takes shirts. Those are designed by me and my sister. The thought process is behind that, and we use a company that makes them for us, and you just order them down below, and I get a commission on all of those orders. So I appreciate all of you that have already ordered Keto Rewind merchandise, and I'm going to start adding more ideas every week to t-shirts and merch. So look forward to that. So, and then also comment below if you would like to win a Whatever It Takes t-shirt or some type of merch, and one lucky winner will be announced the next video. So anyways, let's get into the Whatever It Takes. What is that? So when I was making that design, when I go out for my walks and I am de-stressing and I'm getting that endorphin rush, I have a great playlist that I play all the time. And when I take my first step out the door, Whatever It Takes by Imagine Dragon is the first song that comes up on my playlist. And that literally is the hardest part, is taking that first step out the door, or getting on a treadmill, or going to the gym. The hardest part is taking that first step. Once you're in the workout, once you're in the groove, that's when it's easy. But taking that first step and getting it done is the hardest part. So I put that song every time, and it's the Whatever It Takes mentality, which is symbolic to my journey, because I didn't just lose 125 pounds off of eating a certain type of food. I will say, yes, it certainly does help that I've reduced sugar, or I cut out sugar, I stopped eating processed foods, I'm eating whole foods now, yeah, that obviously is health, but there's so much more to this journey than just the food. It's a mental challenge. So it's the whatever it takes mentality that gets you to your finish line. So, and with that being said, my thought process through here is if you want to live, if you want to be a healthy person, if you want to be thin, if you want to be whatever you want to call it, I call it healthy, I call it strong. If you want to be that person, you have to live like a healthy person, live like a strong person. And that means doing whatever it takes to get you there. That means making your good habits now so that they become, yeah, they're new now and they might feel weird, but in a year from now, that's just what you do, and it's not weird. It's not unusual. It's what you do. So it's the whatever it takes mentality to make those old unhealthy habits of sitting on the couch, not caring about your health, and making them new healthy habits where you're on the go, you're moving your body, whether with an exercise or a de-stressor of your choice. It doesn't have to be walking, it can be cycling, it can be yoga, it can be anything you can think of that just moves your body. And then the next thing is, this is a big one, whatever it takes mentality. Well, sometimes you have to give up something. We are not all blessed that we can eat everything we can possibly want. We're not that person. If you're following me, you're not that person. I think my daughter, my youngest daughter, is that person. She is a bottomless pit and is all skin and bones. I watch her eat food and she sometimes can out-eat me, but we're not all blessed with that healthy metabolism. So that means sometimes we have to give up foods, or we have to limit them. And that means limit dairy, limit sweeteners, limit treats, limit, all those things that got us to the point that we don't like about ourselves. So sometimes you've got to do whatever it takes and either cut that stuff out, find new replacements for them, or limit them. And that's part of the whatever it takes. Yeah, I love dairy. I love sugar. I'm a sugaraholic. I'm a sugar addict, or recovering. But I had to learn how to live without it. And that took a whatever it takes mentality, because whatever it takes, I'm getting to the finish line. If that means saying no to sugar, that means saying no to processed foods, whatever it takes. The next one is you're going to have to experiment with your body. Some of us can have dairy and sweeteners and still stay in ketosis. Some of us can have 50 net carbs a day and still stay in ketosis. Some of us may need 2 grams of carbs a day to stay in ketosis. We're all different. Stay in your own lane, and you need to experiment with your own body. What makes your scale move? What makes your body work at its prime? So that takes experimenting, and that also takes accepting maybe a gain for the week while you experiment and see what works and what doesn't work. Because what worked for me doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you. So I have done a load of experimenting through my journey. I didn't just say, okay, because when I started my journey, I could eat all the cheese. I could eat all the dairy. And I was just dropping like 30 pounds a month. As I got closer or halfway through my journey, my body said, yep, not going to get away with that anymore. So I had to experiment and find what worked. And it turned out I can't ever say I give them up forever, but I do limit them. Moderation is key. So I'm not living without, but I'm not having it every day. But that took a lot of experimenting to see how much my body can handle without anything happening. So the next thing is you've got to be willing to show up every day. Changing your life from something that was changing your life from something that's your normal, that took you however old you are. Like I'm 37, it took 37 years. Well, when I started my journey, I was 36. So I lived that way for 36. To completely change your entire life to a completely different way of eating, a completely different level of activity, a completely different mindset, is an enormous undertaking. It's something that is going to throw you on your ass. And I'm sorry for swearing, but that's what happens. And it will happen so much. This journey will be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. But it's rewarding work. You're going to come out a new person with a new look on life, with a new attitude on life, full of life, and it's going to be worth all of the hard times that you just wanted to throw in the towel. But you have to be willing to show up every day. And that means you have to show up if you see a gain on the scale. You have to show up if you've gone off plan. You have to show up every time you fall off the wagon. Because if you don't show up, those old habits win, and you go back to the person that you didn't want to be in the first place. So if you don't show up every day, you won't get to the new person you're trying to be. And you've got the whatever it takes mentality to get you there. And then the next thing is be stronger than your excuses. How many times have you heard someone say, oh, I can't give up sugar. I can't give up. I like bread too much. I like dessert. I like, they just start saying all that, and you're just like, the biggest eye roll ever. You can't be that person. You have to be stronger than those excuses. Those excuses are why they're unhealthy. It may look like they get away with it now, but come 5-10 years from now, look where they are and look where you're going to be. And health-wise, you will be thankful that you showed up every day and you did a whatever it takes mentality to live this new life where you're feeling good and you're at your best. So, and the excuses of I can't, or it's too hard, or what do I do for my summer barbecue, or, what do I eat if I can't have that? Those are all excuses. You either want it or you don't. You either want a new life and you want to feel great, or you want to stay on the path that you're on. What do you really want? And the next thing is failure is not an option. I have fallen flat on my face so many times. I've publicly shared it in this channel, how many times I have failed, how many times I gave in, how many times I gained and had to tell you about it. I think for Thanksgiving, what was I, 8 pounds up, or I don't even remember. But I had a big bloated belly from my weigh-in. That's what I'm saying. You have to show up every day. You can't accept failure or a vacation or something to completely unravel the X amount of time that you've put into it. So this past vacation, when I went to the beach in March, I'd been on this journey for literally like a year. And yeah, I gained a couple pounds on vacation. I don't remember what it was. But would I really throw away that whole year's worth of work because I gained like 6 pounds? No, never. You can't throw in the towel off of 1 week or a month of failure. You can't give up. You can't accept that. You just get back on it. You use the Keto Rewind Clean 30 challenge and you get it going again. You can't accept failure as an option. If I failed for 17 years trying to lose weight, but I did it one more time, and here I am standing preaching to you that I am now 125 pounds smaller. But if I didn't try that one last time, I would not be here preaching to you. So failure is not an option. Stop making that as an excuse. And the last thing is, this is going to be my next t-shirt idea, keep rewinding. I have fought every single day in the past 16 months to rewind my health from a morbidly obese 309 pounds to 184 pounds. And I'm going to keep rewinding until I get to my goal weight, till I hit my goal, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way because whatever it takes. So keep on rewinding. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind. See you next time.